Hi, I'm Mary Jane Cox, the phone lady. And in this video, I want to talk to you about intent. So, for our business conversations, we do want to have a goal, an aim, a purpose. That's what makes them effective, that's what makes them efficient. But we do have to understand that there's a duality to intent. And in order to be a great story finder, we have to understand this duality and work with it. So, the challenge we have when we have a specific purpose, intent, goal is that it will occupy all of our energy, all of our focus. And when it does this in a conversation, it dulls our curiosity. It impacts negatively our ability to listen, to hear. And it doesn't allow us to uncover our assumptions because we are so focused on where we want to go. And when we truly want to be a story finder, when we truly want to understand this customer, this prospect, when we truly want to hear what they need and how we can be of service to them, we have to set aside our intent. We don't forget about it, but we don't allow it to be the engine that runs the whole conversation. Our intent is what we come back to as we're ending a conversation. So if my intent is to sell you something, but as part of my story finding, I discover what I want to sell you is not a good fit for you, I come back to my intent and I say, well, I want to thank you for your time. It sounds like at the moment you're working with other consultants, and perhaps I can follow up with you in a year's time. Something like that. I'm going to give you two examples of intent in conversation. One comes from my days running my first company. We lived through several recessions running that business, as well as the first sort of bust of the tech industry and the stock exchange and so on, the IPOs in the tech industry, and so we had some lean times and we had a sizable staff. So there were times when I was very concerned about meeting payroll. So I would get on the phone and my intent would be to sell something because I had payroll coming up. Those were not good conversations. I wasn't listening. I was manipulating. I was. And I remember how it felt. It wasn't true to me for sure. But often, those clients, if the sale went through, they weren't happy with the service they got because I didn't sell it in an open way. I didn't sell it as a fit for them. And when you sell the wrong customer, the wrong client, it can often cost you more time and money than you got from the original sale. So having that intent and focused solely on the intent of closing a sale and making payroll, not smart, not good. Now, in terms of customer service, the story I can share is with me as the customer and calling my internet provider. And the call must have gone past a certain time limit they set for offering free service. So rather than hearing why I needed to have this solved, they shifted me to someone for whom I could work, but it was now going to charge me. And, it was a very long call, over an hour, and the problem never got resolved. And that's really because they weren't listening to me. They had an intent, a time limit intent, a revenue intent. And they ran the risk with those intents of losing me as a customer. So You want to know that having an intent, preparing for your call is important, but don't let that intent become so powerful, so all consuming that it doesn't allow you to be curious. It doesn't allow you to listen. It doesn't allow you to expose your assumptions. Set your intent aside and embrace your story finding skills. Thanks for listening.